Welcome to the NPR League After Draft Special. I'm your host, the Commissioner Stay Dangerous. What it do, people? Come on in, man. Take a breather with me. Let's dive right into what happened yesterday. Big major day happened yesterday. We had our 5th annual draft. Yes, I repeat, 5th. This is season 5 of the NPR League. This will be season 2 of our podcast. So I do appreciate the guys for rocking out with us. I appreciate our audience. I appreciate all our supporters, all our sponsors for rocking out with us for so long, man. Just continue. We're going to continue to grow, continue to get big, continue to make it happen. So with further ado, let's just dive right into it, man. I want to get into some of these power rankings. They actually changed from yesterday. I expected that. We had a few blockbuster trades that happened. So I expected these to change. So let me bring this up for you guys and my league guys so we can dive right into it. All right, let's start with Revenge Season. His team right now in week 1 is currently sitting at number 1. You have Jay Witt, our recent champions from last year, sitting at number 2. You got Pity Pat Patton. He was one of the bottom dweller teams until he made that big splash trade yesterday. And we're going to get more into that in that trade with Cooper Kupp, involving Cooper Kupp, Josh Jacobs from the Raiders, Pat Mahomes, and Damian Williams from the Atlanta Falcons. But we'll dive more into that later. So he's sitting at number 3. You have myself, Stay Dangerous, sitting at number 4. Number 5, you have a newcomer, Hampton Tipsy McStagger. Number 6 at 2 Live Crew. Number 7, Fitz Genius. Number 8, Bad News Villain. Number 9, Team Brinkley. You have RRS 757 sitting at number 10. He had a good draft yesterday too. A lot of our guys did. Everybody had a good draft, so I'm not going to take that away from no one. And Team Avaya sitting at number 11. And let me remove this ticker out the way for you guys so we can see that number 12 spot. Just bear with me one moment. All right, that number 12 we have sitting Pluto Astronaut. Pluto Astronaut did take a dip yesterday. He actually traded for his boy Pat Mahomes, and that's what made him fall down a little bit in these power ranking standings. But hey, man, it's too early to predict any of these. It's just what the consensus is saying right now and our Fantasy Pro app. But hey, like I said, we'll have to wait and see. Definitely got to wait and see how everything pans out. And it's a long season. Our guys know that. It's a very long season, man. But let's get into some of these top players that our users did draft yesterday. Let's start with the quarterback position. Yes, sir. So the first one that went off the board, top quarterbacks. And this is 1 through 5 right here. Pity Pat Patton chose Josh Allen. I wasn't expecting anything different. I figured Josh Allen was going to be one of the top quarterbacks that go off the board first. And Pity Pat, he has a knack for drafting Josh Allen. He likes Josh Allen. He had him last year. So let's keep it moving. You got Justin Herbert coming in number 2. Bad News Villain did draft him. That's his boy. He liked Justin Herbert. He also got Austin Eckler as his top running back. So you got that QB running back tandem going on right there. Pluto Astronaut, he acquired Pat Mahomes. That recently came from that trade yesterday. He did not have him. He did not draft him, but he does have Pat Mahomes now in that trade. Cowboy RRS 757 has Lamar Jackson. And 2 Live Crew has Kyler Murray. So that rounds out our top 5 quarterbacks that were drafted yesterday. So I didn't see anything different. Quarterbacks went fast, man. They went to me and to a few other league guys that we have. We were looking at each other when we was at our draft party. We was like, yeah, boy, y'all drafting these quarterbacks pretty fast. But hey, we'll have to wait and see, man. It could be a strategy behind it. It was a lot of players left on the board. And there's still a lot of players left in the waiver. So waiver will open up Wednesday morning, around 3-ish, 4-ish in the morning like it normally does. And you can go claim the players now. And, you know, however that the order is on our waiver in the ESPN app, that's how they will fall to you. So let's keep it moving. These are our running backs. So, of course, we knew JT, Jonathan Taylor from the Indianapolis Colts, was going to go number 1. So, 2 Live Crew had the number 1 pick. He picked JT. That was expected. I didn't see anything wrong with that. JT is going to be JT. He had a monster year last year. So, this second pick, Revenge Season, man, he has a bet going on with actually me and Jay Witt, our former champ. Has a bet going on. If CMC stays healthy and can win him a championship this year, me and Jay Witt will go half and buy him a CMC Carolina Panther jersey. So I'm eager to see, man. Is it going to pan out? Is CMC going to have that year where he gets hurt again? You never know. So I'm super excited about that. But revenge season does have his guy. He said he's locked and loaded. He's ready for this year. He said he was going undefeated, man. I ain't seen nobody go undefeated before. I came close. I was like what, 10-2 my first year. RS 757, if I'm not mistaken, a few years back, he was 10-2. It's hard to go undefeated, man. You can lose at any given Sunday, Monday, or Thursday whenever football is being played. So let's keep it pushing. Yeah, myself, I had the number 3 pick. And no, I had the number 4 pick. So with that being said, stay dangerous. I got Derrick Henry. But in the consensus, he's ranked number 3. So with that, I mean, it was a no-brainer. Austin Eckler was already off the board at the number 3 pick. Bad News Villain had him. And he reached for him, and he got his guy. And I would have got Austin Eckler if he'd have fell in my lap. That's just one of those running backs that he's going to run the ball, he's going to pass out of the backfield. And that high-powered Los Angeles Chargers, that offense is just potent, man. I'm eager to see what Justin Herbert does. That's my guy. I love the Chargers, to be honest with you, but I'm eager to see what they do. And the defense got stout too. They signed a lot of people on getting Derwin James back, gave him some big money. So I'm eager to see how that pans out. And the Bosa's and Khalil Matt's and those players like that. So I'm definitely eager to see about that team. So to keep it pushing, we got Jay Witt. He went and grabbed Dalvin Cook. And as I stated, he's at number 4, number 5. Austin Eckler, but Bad News Villain grabbed him. Tipsy Stagger went and got Joe Mixon. He's the number 6 consensus running back in this class right here. Najee Harris with Fitzgenius. Nick Chubb came back around with Jay Witt. Alvin Kamara with Pluto Astronaut. And Saquon is with Revenge. So it's a lot of, if you can, you look at the listing right here, you got some of these top teams that drafted early. They got some of the top running backs to, be on their team, to be starting for them. So I'm excited about it. Like we said, man, it's early. These are just predictions. Those rankings are just predictions. These running backs can face injuries. We've seen it before. They can have a boom or bust year. We just got to wait and see. So let's move on to the wide receiver position. At wide receiver, of course, it was either or with these two. Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, JJ. Which one was going first? Well, Justin Jefferson, he's number 1 on this ranking right here. You got a Cooper Kupp, he's going to Pity Pat Patton. Team of Aya got Jamar Chase. I had him last year. Jamar Chase, beast, man. He didn't have every game as a beast game, but it was those hit and miss games that he had with Joe Burrow, Joe Cool. Man, that's how, I'm going to be honest, that's how Jay Witt did win his championship, and he got to the championship game on the backs of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. But neither here nor there, man. It's a new year, so new champion. That's just what it is. So you got Stephon Diggs coming up next at number 4 in the rankings. Devontae Adams is going to Fitzgenius. Team Brinkley drafted Debo. Debo is my guy. I love Debo Samuels. He should have a big year with the 49ers again. Revenge season grabbed CeeDee Lamb. I do know that's one of his favorite wide receivers in fantasy right now. So that was a good pickup for him. Jay Witt came back around, got Mike Evans. That Tom Brady offense, they haven't missed a beat. Tom Brady's back out of retirement. He's going to sling that ball, Pity Pat Patton with Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. He's newly fresh in Miami now. He's a Dolphin. Gotta wait and see how that rolls around, man. And of course, AJ Brown. That's one of the players that I did have on my list on my draft board. I wanted AJ Brown, but it didn't fall that way. So it is what it is. But Fitzgenius does have him, and he's ranked number 10. He's inside of the top 10 in the wide receiver standing. So then we move along to tight ends. Of course, Mark Andrews. He's with IRS 757. He drafted him. 2 Live Crew drafted Travis Kelce, the number 2. I drafted Kyle Pitts. I think Kyle Pitts is going to be one of those tight ends that he can play the wide receiver slot position too. But he's going to be one of those tight ends that he's going to carry his team like a Mark Andrews, a Travis Kelce. He's going to be that guy, George Kittle. I'm eager to see. So I drafted him. second year, I think he's going to have a great breakout season, even with Marcus Mariota. But like I said, we have to wait and see. It's too early. The predictions are too early. We just got to wait for this first week to get through. At least by week 3 and 4, when all the teams start settling down and stuff like that, and the standings start spreading apart, you'd be like, okay, is this my guy? Do I need to make some trades? Do I need to drop him? Do I need to go get somebody in the waiver wire? We shall see. So keep it moving. Pitty Pat Patton got George Kittle. That was a big pickup, especially with Trey Lance at the reins now at quarterback for the 49ers. And we have Darren Waller. He's still top 5. Jay Witt has him. So Derek Carr got to throw the ball. Got a new weapon with Devontae Adams. So that should leave the middle of the field open because you still got Henry Renfrow. It is what it is with that. So let's keep it moving with this right here. So we got our kickers. And I'm not going to, elaborate too far into this. These right here are screamer positions. I mean, you have your 1 or 2 kickers that, is going to put up points for you. But especially defenses, like, I feel like that's one of those positions that you stream them. Unless that defense is just that defense, they popping, they picking off the ball, they're sacking, they're holding teams to less than 10 points, 20 points. You're going to have some good numbers with them throughout the year. But you got Justin Tucker at number 1. He's with me, State Dangerous. Tyler Bass, the number 2 kicker with Team Brinkley. You got McPherson from the Cincinnati Bengals. Revenge season drafted him. You got Matt Gay from the Rams. Tipsy Mastagger. And Pluto Astronaut, he got Daniel Carlson for the Las Vegas Raiders. So big kickers right there, big time legs. They're going to put points up on the board. They're definitely going to put points up, especially if the team get them in a position. We've seen what happened with Justin Tucker last year. His team wasn't even in position, man. He kicked over a 60-yard field goal, man. Like that's just it's ridiculous. That's just what it is. But yeah, the draft went down yesterday. Trades are going down now in the league. We have some big trades, like I said. Pitty Pat Patton, Pluto Astronaut. So the Pluto Astronaut wanted Pat Mahomes. He made a big splash, man. He gave up Cooper Kupp and Josh Jacobs for Pat Mahomes, and then he had Damon Williams for the Atlanta Falcons. So I mean, some people have said that trade was lopsided, but it is what it is. You don't know. Like right now, like I could see if we was like inside of the league, we full had a steam, and then you had your Cooper Kupps of the world there. He's back at number 1 receiver and stuff like that. But we don't know. Cooper Kupp could go out here Thursday night, and God forbid, I'm not speaking negativity into that man's life or into that football game, but God forbid he could go and tear an ACL. He could get hurt, and that trade could have been a genius trade for Pluto Astronaut. So we can't look at it. It's too early. We can't look at it to be like, okay, what Cooper Kupp did last year, he's going to continue to do it this year. Yeah, he can, and he probably will. But it's too early. So that trade was not vetoed on the strength of that. So, but once we start getting into the league and these trades start going through, commissioners will definitely always be on top of them. We don't condone any stacking of the teams. We don't condone any briberies or side bets or anything with other users. Let me get this player. If I win, I give you this, or I pay for him. Or no, we don't do that. We have a very tight knit group of guys. I do trust you guys. We trust you guys. We know you're going to do what's right by the league, man. Have some type of integrity and standard set for your own stuff, and I know we're gonna make it do what it do and have a successful season again, man. So with that being said, Thursday night kickoff, I cannot wait. Buffalo Bills at the LA Rams, man. That is Thursday, 8:20 p.m. NBC. That will be the first game of the season. I am super duper excited. You can tell. But yeah, that kicks off. And then Sunday, a whole plethora of games. Your favorite teams playing. Then you got the Monday night game. You got the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see what Russell Wilson do going back against his old team. And he's with a new team now. He got more good weapons. And let's just see what it does, man. He just signed a good extension. He was blessed. His bank account is fat right now, so it is what it is. But with that being said and done, man, The draft is over. My league guys, please hone in, man. Stay active. Please stay super duper active this year. I need everybody to be active. It's not fun when you got a team that you're trying to trade with and they're not being active. You haven't heard from them. You don't know where they're at. They're not responding in our app, the band app. They're not responding on the ESPN app through text messages, anything, phone call, anything, man. Just please be active, man. We're a 100% active league, and we want our guys to be there. We want us to show up. If you're trading, if you send out a proposal, it's okay. It's okay. Bad News Villain said it earlier, and I agree with him. It's okay to decline that trade. You ain't got to sit there and be like, man, let me think about it. Let me wait till let them know what it is. They can move on and go somewhere else. They can propose another trade to somebody else. Like, be real about it. If somebody send me a trade, I'm telling you straight up, no, I don't want that. That's not the direction that me and my team is headed in. Like, I'm going to send you something. I feel the same way. You got the same right to do that. Decline the trade. Don't let it sit. Please don't let it sit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it ain't no stacking, none of those team stacking or briberies or anything. Because when you get caught, man, your team's going to be forfeit. You already paid a fee to get in, so you know the pot is already set. We ain't doing no refunds, but that's just what it is. So let's just get into this right here. This will be one of our new segments this year. I'm super duper excited about this too. I always say super duper, that's my word. But I'm excited about it. Let's get into the games of the week. And it's two of them. It's normally one, but let's get into it. That first game of the week, man, is against me, Stay Dangerous, your commissioner, and Revenge Season, man. We've been talking a lot of trash this summer. And it's here. That's my co-host. I can't wait till he get back up here so we can talk a little bit more shit. But this is my guy. But I'm going to kick your ass this week, bro. I have to say, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to get it to you. I have to, man. You've been talking a lot of trash to me, but it's just all in fun rivalry, man. Like, I'm ready for this week one matchup. This will be a big matchup. He had a hell of a draft. Like, hell of a draft. Like, his team is stacked. It's where it's supposed to be. So that is the first game of the week, and we actually have another game of the week. And that game of the week will be RRS 757 versus Bad New Villain. These guys have been talking a lot of trash too. So that will be a good, opening matchup for these two sets of teams or two sets of matchups that's going on for our league. I can't wait. So each week will be a game of the week. We're not going to start it this week, but from the time being on until the end of the season, some of these top teams and top game of the weeks will have extra cash incentives involved. So, if you score the most points that week, or you breaking records, or whatever the case may be, score the most points, or you might be one of the teams that's at the bottom of the barrel, man, we got something for you too at the end of the year. It might be one of those trophies with the toilet bowl. But I just want to let you know there will be in-season cash incentives, man. In-season cash, like, for one of the most dominant trades that may happen that turned a team's season around. They could have been one of those teams that were declining and they made that big splash, and now their season has automatically turned around because of that trade they made. Yeah, you should be rewarded for that. We want to keep everybody engaged, keep everybody on their toes. So that's just what it is. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is the After Draft Special. Everybody drafted good, man. I'm not going to sit here and say someone did better than the other or someone did worse than the other. Everybody drafted good. The draft is only building the foundation for this long season ahead. It's a very, very, very long season. And you guys, the veterans that's been in this league, you know what it is. Like, you can have a good draft, you can have a good team, you can have the best record throughout the season, and once you get in that first round of the playoffs, your team don't do nothing. And then you got one of those sneaky teams that come through that got a 7-8 record or whatever the case may be, not even over 500, and they take the cookies out the cookie jar. So that's just what it is. But please like, share, subscribe our videos. This is the NPR League After Draft Special. Follow us on anchor.fm/NPR League. Follow us on twitter.com/NPR League. Follow us on instagram.com/NPR League. YouTube, NPR League Podcast. We're popping up there. Please support us. Make sure you're here. Tune in every season. It's going to get bigger and better. News and notes are not in the band app anymore, you guys, but they will be for us to tune into our podcast. Just like we do every other platform, looking for news and notes, man. Follow us for the news and notes, breaking news, injuries, anything that's going on in the league. Your host and commissioner, Stay Dangerous. Your co-host, Revenge Season, will bring that and make sure that you have that to you. So please just check us out. But with that being said and done, I'm signing off. Hope everybody had a good draft. I feel like everybody did. Happy hunting, man. Let's get it.
You're listening to MPR League with your host and commissioner, Stay Dangerous, and co-host Revenge Season.